This series is tied 1-1. The Vancouver Giants and Prince Albert Raiders. The winner of tonight's game will have a substantial amount of momentum. The Giants at home for the next three, looking to take that 2-1 series lead. David Tendick versus Ian Scott is the goaltending matchup. The lineup for the Giants is unchanged. Likewise with the Prince Albert Raiders, save and except it'll either be Loden Schaffler or Jacob Brook sitting in tonight's game. The Giants in their home white uniforms, the black, the red, the gray trim going left to right on your radio dial and your webcast screen. Raiders, their road greens with the gold and the black. They will go right to left. Mike Campbell, Chris Critch, the referees, Ron Dieterell, Mike Roberts manning the lines, Lowell Dick and Jeff Bradley are the video goal judges. The opening period face-off presented by Avenue Machinery, your #1 award-winning Kubota dealer for Western Canada. The first period of White Spot Giants hockey presented by your local BC Chevrolet dealer. The building is ready. We are ready too. Dante Hanoun and Jaden Joseph meet at center. Game 3 at the LEC is underway. The Raiders control in their own zone, and Braden Pahal back in his own zone will move it to the right wing for Dante Hanoun, and he'll take it in front of his own net and he'll skate it forward. Hanoun weaving to center, he'll flip it in deep, and into the near corner behind the net we go. Seth Buffaro to Fuller along the wall. Dylan Plouffe going to spin away. Hanoun on the forecheck. Fuller, good play, plays it to Buffaro, and now a pass in the middle picked off by Parker Kelly. And the Raiders get possession inside their own zone. It's Nakbar to the left for Kelly. He'll weave wide. Parker Kelly cutting in, scores! 41 seconds into Game 3. Parker Kelly has his 5th point of the series.
Well, you know, let's be honest. That was a pretty good start for Prince Albert. They got in on the forecheck. They broke a play up at the neutral ice area. Vancouver had to make a line change. They never got the puck in deep. The last turnover, Kelly through center ice, eludes a check. And, you know, by the time that Buffaro puts his legs together, that's probably the screen that didn't allow Tendick to see the shot. And it ends up beating him glove side, elbow high. Never a bad shot, elbow high, guys, simply because with that catching glove, sometimes you got to hold it down, sometimes up. Now you got a Vancouver, well, you do have a Vancouver Giants penalty.
Vancouver penalty. So this has been an inauspicious start here for Michael Dick's team. A goal from Kelly, and now Owen Hardy goes to the penalty box, so an early power play for the Prince Albert Raiders. And it's gut check time very early on for the Giants here in game number 3.
Well, you know, it looked like a trip that they kind of got away with, or maybe that's the original call. You know, one thing about Hardy, real quick, the way he plays in the playoffs, that's only his 5th minor of the playoffs. That's pretty impressive.
Dante Hanoun at the left point, goes to Leeson, left circle. Picked off by Kosh, and now around the net it goes. Noah Gregor at the right wing wall, backhanding it behind the net for Montgomery. Now to the left wing wall, and cleared along the boards and out. Sapego has to go back and fetch it with Davis Kosh in pursuit. It is 1-0 Raiders very early here in game number 3 of this series. Sapego, left wing side, a drop pass to Gregor. Gregor made a move. Picked off, puck cleared up the right wing by Alex Kanek-Leeper. Ian Scott out of his net will leave it to the right wing, and now Sapego up to the right wing. Leeson carries it across. Right circle, a shot intended to save. There's a rebound there, knocked down by the Raiders. Left wing side, back to Gregor. His shot through. Tendick, the save. And the puck is knocked free by the Giants and clear down the ice.
Well, that was a shot by Leeson off right wing. And a nice puck retrieval, I might add, by the Prince Albert Raiders to keep that puck possession.
Caden Gooley to Cole Fonstad. He'll dish it in along the left wing wall. Hines, hard rim around the wall. Picked off by the Giants, and here they come. Roman, one-on-one with Gooley. Gooley defended him about as well as you can, knocking Roman off the puck. 30 seconds to go in the G&F Financial penalty kill here for the Giants. Early first period, 1-0 Raiders. Right wing side, Kanek-Leeper coughed it up. Protas in front, 2-0. Protas in front to Ozzy Weisblad, and the Raiders on the man advantage lead 2-0 2:27 into the game.
You know, you give a team full possession inside the opposing team zone, and you can't cut a lane. You give that access to the front of the net, you're going to pay the price. This is one thing about both of these teams, but Prince Albert especially, they can make plays in the offensive zone. David Tendick over at the bench. Does it look like Minor's going in a hurry?
The Vancouver Giants are making a goaltending change. Trent Minor is coming in. Weisblatt the goal. And this is certainly not the start the Giants had in mind. But Weisblatt with the goal. And a 2-0 lead for the Raiders. And Trent Minor makes his first appearance since round number 2 against the Victoria Royals. Game 3 of round 2. April 9th for Trent Minor. And Weisblatt on the power play with the goal. Play now in the Raider end. Braden Watts in on the forecheck. Behind the net, to the wall. Clear to the line, not out. Giants hold it in. Caleb Bullich at the right point. Sending it behind the net, Pahal. To the right wing for Leeson, and the Raiders up ahead.
Tape-to-tape passes. They got out of their zone that cleanly.
Back on the Giants, Tristan Nielsen. Right wing side, stops up. Trying to send it in deep, knocked down by Hazel on the wall and cleared to center ice. Giants without a shot on goal. They're being outshot 4-0 right now. In a game they trail 2-0. Giants will try and change that now. Roman in front, sort of in close. Stopped by Ian Scott. First chance of the game for the Giants was a good one. And now behind the net, Jeremy Masella to the right wing for Brett Leeson. Rink wide to Sapego. Up the left wing now to Protas. Hard across, Leeson by the D. In alone, scores!
Wow, this is incredible, Dan.
3 goals in 4:15, and the Raiders lead 3-0.
You know, it starts with the exit. That's an easy, speedy exit by the Prince Albert Raiders. Way back in their own zone. They get through the neutral ice area. That attack speeds up. This is the best group of forwards going in the offensive zone. Leeson with that speed to the outside. That wasn't even a contest, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't think Milos Roman, I know if it was Roman, couldn't possibly keep up. And Brett Leeson goes forehand, backhand, forehand, and the big 19-year-old that's going to be a first-round draft pick, really maybe one of the stories of the Western Hockey League this season, makes it 3-0 for Prince Albert.
Kelly, Weisblatt, and Leeson. 41 seconds, 2 minutes and 27 seconds, and then 4 minutes and 15 seconds in. 3 goals for the Prince Albert Raiders.
You want to take the crowd out of it? I mean, it's never taken the crowd out to this point, so it's never letting the crowd into this game so far. But they're doing a lot of things, Dan. Their puck possession. Vancouver can't get a forecheck going. The exits are too good, too clean. The entries aren't bad either.
Icing called on the Raiders. We'll take a break, but it is eerily quiet here at the LEC. Bill. Kelly from Nakbar.
Nakbar, yep.
Weisblatt from Protas. And we're awaiting on the official call for the Leeson goal. But right now, this Vancouver Giants team is in a deep hole in Game 3.
I was going to say playoffs for Minor. He's 4-1 with a .915 save percentage. Might be an interference call there, and that's exactly what it is. And it looks like it's going against the Vancouver Giants. In the offensive zone, incredible.
That is not going to help your cause one bit. But it looks like Milos Roman is going to get the gate here. And the Prince Albert Raiders have had a start to remember here tonight. plenty of hockey left here for the Giants. You just need to figure out a way to turn the tide. Another penalty coming up right off the draw. This is going to be a slash. And Bowen Byram is going to go. And this is going to be a 5-on-3 for the Raiders for 1:53.
Golly, you just can't get any poorer start than this. This is really unheard of. It's unrecognizable, to be honest with you. Vancouver Giant team's only lost 19 games all season. They've only lost 7 games on home ice, and they're in a hole 3-0 and a 5-on-3 against them.
Gregor into the slot, a high shot wide. Puck bounces off the back glass right back to Gregor. Hanoun to Gregor. Backdoor play to Leeson in front. Kelly tipped it wide. And now a pass for the point, and Gregor slips and the puck clears. 5:10 into this game. It is 3-0 Prince Albert. Here come the Raiders. Left wing, Hanoun. Crossing the line, left wing circle. Inching closer to the point. To Martin. Down low. Trying for a backdoor play. In close. Minor the save. Hanoun to the point. Gregor a drive. That's blocked. Gregor above the circle. Goes down low. Gregor gets it back to Dante Hanoun. Hanoun switches. Goes to the right. Now a pass. Gregor point blank. Low shot. Minor the save. And he stopped the rebound too. What a stop by Minor off Brett Leeson. And the rebound is clear.
They set that play up. Boy, there was a switch, a beautiful switch by Prince Albert, and they got that puck on Gregor's stick.
Another penalty is coming up here to the Vancouver Giants.
This is a WHL final, folks. Come on.
Gregor to the right. Backdoor play to Fonstad. Leeson to Hanoun. Down low it goes behind the net. Fonstad, right circle. Gregor, high shot wide. Hanoun settles it down. Low shot, tipped wide. Grabbed along the wall by Gregor. Now to the left. One-timer Leeson, and Trent Minor gets across to make the save. Leeson in the slot. Grab backdoor play, 4-0.
Well, you got 3 Vancouver Giant players on the ice. You got a delayed penalty. You got the goaltender out. That puts 6 skaters inside the Vancouver Giant zone. You know, A, they're going to move that puck around. B, they're going to get their puck retrievals. They got 3 extra players in that zone. And C, finally, they're going to make them play with it. Leeson's got the puck in the corner, throws it out to the front of the net, in between the hash marks. Really a nice quick relay from that spot over to the side of the net. Nothing but net. They can't work the triangle any better than the Prince Albert Raiders did on that particular play there.
That is Cole Fonstad's second goal of the playoffs. He had 73 points during the regular season. You got to think that that is an absolute gorilla off the back of Cole Fonstad. And if you're the Giants right now, what do you do?
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I mean, we're talking about a pretty good hockey team. We're talking about the Prince Albert Raiders that in their own only lost 15 games all year. They won 67. They've been pretty good on the road. They're 5-3. They're 26-6 at home. And they're just a tough team. I mean, you can't give them 1-goal lead, never mind a 4-goal lead.
The Prince Albert Raiders have a 4-0 lead. They are 2 for 2 on the power play. And now down low at the side, save made by Minor. Now to the point, a backdoor play. Back to Gregor. Now the right side, Sapego. To the right for Protas. Gregor, left side, Weisblatt to Gregor. Slings it to the right, a little backdoor play. And Cole Fonstad's goal announced. Gregor to the left wing side, Weisblatt. Gregor, low shot, Minor the save. Left wing side, and now controlling it. Weisblatt goes to the point, Sapego. G&F Financial penalty kill continues. A high shot from Sapego goes wide. Picked off by the Giants and cleared down the ice.
10-1 shots on goal at this point, favoring the Prince Albert Raiders, have the 4-0 lead. Still 48 long seconds left.
Dimitru shorthanded, denied by Scott. And back come the Raiders. Parker Kelly trying to get it in deep. Bullich able to clear it up the right wing side. 8 minutes into period 1 of game 3. And the Raiders have a 4-0 lead. Left wing side, Hanoun. Knocked off the puck. Back to the point, Goulet. Slides to the right wing circle. Back to Hanoun. In the slot. Backdoor play, 5-0.
Wow, they're just crazy. Crazy good. Execution is off the chart. The guy with a puck at this point on this Prince Albert Raider team is the least dangerous. He's got to get it to somebody. It's still a power play. It had 13 seconds left in it. Top of the slot. Hanoun weaves it beautifully through about 4 or 5 people. Not too sure exactly how that didn't bounce off somebody. But once that puck got to the side of the net, Leeson was right there. I mean, that has to be as nice a pass as Dante Hanoun can make, as he slid that puck right through a bunch of sticks, a bunch of legs for a tap-in at the side of the net by Leeson. Hey, let's start the game all over again. Is this for real, Dan, or is this a bad dream?
Pinch me, please. 11:25 to go in the first period. The Raiders have a 5-0 lead. And then Leeson, who has 2 of the goals, has the puck along the right wing, trying to clear it forward. Out to center, Bowen Byram going to bring it back in. Byram behind the net, runs into his man. Free by the Giants. Canuck leaper, pinching, low shot, and a stop by Ian Scott. Save made, he hangs on.
Isn't that interesting? For Vancouver to generate offense, what do? It's Bowen Byram has to go in deep. Who's he going to look for? His defensive partner. It's Byram from the back wall. Basically, it's Canuck Leapert, his defensive partner. Vancouver not been able to generate a lot of offense. He gets that pass from Bowen Byram in the face-off slot, and he forces goaltender Scott to make a save. So much of that offense is generated around, Bowen Byram and this defensive core. As a matter of fact, scoring from defense, Dan, coming into tonight's game in this series, Vancouver a goal and 5 assists for 6 points. Prince Albert 2 goals and 4 assists for 6 points. So, considering Byram, Plouffe, Canuck Leapert are 1, 2, 3 in defense scoring in the Western Hockey League, they haven't had a ton. In fact, as I just said, Prince Albert's matched them.
Face-off win by the Raiders. And up the left wing side, Nakbar. Sent into the Giant zone. Around the boards, and here comes Roman. Charging wide comes Roman. Right wing side, centered! Stopped by Scott. Rebound covered up.
That's a good job. Roman down that right wing, throwing it to the front of the net. That was Sveikovsky, I think, right in the paint area. He just about was able to redirect that past Scott, but Roman trying to make something happen. Good speed to the outside. He's going to throw it to the front of the net. Sveikovsky's there. And you know what? That puck just never really gets through. It's stopped in the paint area, and Scott just puts his paw on it for a face-off to his left. Really, is that scoreboard right, Dad? Is it 5? 5-0. Prince Albert shots are 12-4.
An absolute stunning start to the evening tonight. And we haven't even played half a period.
Yeah, incredible.
Raiders win the draw from their own zone. They send it the length of the ice. Puck freed up the left wing. And now it's Byram. Weaving away from Hanoun and playing it up the left wing side. Knocked down by the Raiders and sent back into the Giant zone. Buffero up the middle, picked off by the Raiders. Here comes Gregor, 2-on-1. Pass, Fonstad in alone. Stopped by Minor. That was a lot of room for Fonstad.
The pickoff in the neutral ice area, the transition was on. They broke that play up. Prince Albert didn't got to the front of the net in a heartbeat.
Gregor, left side, shot, Minor the save. And now Canuck Leapert trying to weave his way forward.
Man, there's just nowhere to go, Dan. Nowhere to go.
Raiders forcing the Giants back into their own zone. 9:20 to go here in the first period. 5-0 Prince Albert. Behind the net, Jaden Joseph trying to free it. Clear to the line and not out. The Raiders 3 for 4 on the power play so far in the period. Canuck Liepert at the right wing point. Checked off the puck at the line. That'll force the Giants back out to center. Protas drops back to Masella. To the right wing, off a stick, picked off by the Giants. And Hayes with a pass down the left wing side. Icing called. We'll take a break. 8:35 remaining. Bill, we've seen a lot, even in 2 full seasons of calling games together. Yet this is a stunner.
Yeah. No, I don't know where this has come out of. I mean, it started right off the bat. If you joined us late, 41 seconds in, it's been relentless from that point on. 5-0 Prince Albert. And Dan, I'm so impressed with the Raiders' defense as well. Vancouver can't find anything.
And a chance and a save by Scott as he denies Jared Dimitrov. And now along the wall, in deep on the Raiders' zone. Trying to free the puck to the point. Giants keep it in along the wall. Montgomery pinned along the boards. To the circle, now to the point, Canuck Liepert. Leaves it to the right, nobody there. Now up the left wing to Protas. And he'll flick one towards the end of the Giants. Picked off by Bowen Byram. Byram to the right for Canuck Liepert. And in after it goes Roman. Roman in the right corner, ducks it free to the point for Buffero. Left wing side for Hines. Around the net for Kosh. Kosh to the wall, picked off by Hanoun. Knocked down by the Giants, and Hanoun just wins the battle and clears it out to center.
Vancouver just cannot break down the structure of this Prince Albert defense right now. It's just almost impenetrable.
Clear to center, Kosh knocked down. Back at the Giants' line, they control. 7 minutes remaining here in the first period with the Raiders leading the Giants 5-0.
Look at this. They just can't get through the neutral ice area. This got to have to have a dump in.
In after it, Joseph gets by Mo. Nielsen was parked in front. And the Raiders will now clear it up the left side. Byram's pass missing everything. Nielsen tried to beat out the icing, and icing is called.
Well, you know, Ian Scott this series is 1-1. He's an .878 save percentage. Toronto signed player. Last season especially impressive for Scott. He played on the World Junior team, didn't get a whole lot of action. Played in the Calder Cup final in the American Hockey League, and also, to his credit, scored a goal last year, but didn't have a lot of work to do the other night in Prince Albert in Game 2. 15 shots. He's faced 5 Vancouver shots here so far.
Face-off to the right of Trent Miner inside the Giant zone. Giants win the face-off and up the left wing side. Joseph, hard after it against Hayes. Down goes Joseph into the wall in front of the official. The fans are irate. No arm in the air. Left wing point, Plouffe. Got it to the side, Joseph. Knocked off the puck, cleared by the Raiders. And now speeding down the right wing side. Cutting by his Weisblatt. Plouffe took him out. No hand in the air. Byram up the right wing. Carries it across. And wide to the outside on Brook. Braden Watts has a look. Trying to go down low as we have 6 minutes to go here in the first period.
Well, they win the battle. They get possession. The Raiders do. Now they got to break out. That puck will probably end up deep in the Vancouver zone. Then the Raiders go to work. It's a game plan so far tonight has worked absolutely perfect.
Weisblatt right wing side. Spins away. Giants come away with it. Here's Fuller. Sending it in. Weisblatt behind the net, bumped by Canuck Liepert. Now the Giants have to go back and play defense as the puck is shot into their zone. Fuller bumps his man and clears it down the ice. Hayes ahead for Fonstadt. Svakovsky going to knock it down. He's going to weave to the outside.
There's nowhere to go, Dan. This is impressive.
5 minutes to go here in the first period, and the Raiders, no joke, have a 5-0 lead. Giants up the left side, Holt. Shipping it to the left wing side, Dimitru. Bumping his man hard to the point, out of the reach of Dallas Hines. And now Hines trying to spin away. To the left wing side, Hardy. Shooting it in deep, and in after it he goes. Hardy trying to bump his man. Raiders come away with the puck along the left wing. Protas behind his net for Pahal, and now at the middle, a pass misses everything, and that's going to go for an icing. We have got hockey royalty, Bill, coming up in the first intermission. Scotty Bowman is in the house. Scotty Bowman, of course, the all-time winningest head coach. 9 Stanley Cup championships for Scotty Bowman.
Amazing. 86 years old, and he's hanging out at hockey rinks. I tell you what, if there's anybody that wears his age well, you would not believe Scotty Bowman's age. And happy to have him on, you bet.
That's coming up with Vic Nazar in the first intermission. Justin Sortem steals the puck, tried to center it for Kosh. Picked off, and the puck is cleared out. Caleb Bullich at the red line. Going to send it in. That goes on the stick. And it hit the referee, and the fans applaud.
Somebody's going over there to check if he's okay, Parker Kelly. Well, hey, if that's the biggest cheer for this crowd in this period, you know
is that play of the period, Worthy, or no?
Dan, that's hilarious. But that got the biggest response from this crowd, let's be honest. That tells you what the shots on goal are, 14-5. Tells you what the score is, 5-0. I mean, you want what? Something to build up? I mean, obviously, it's Mount Everest coming back. But there is 3:53 left. You just, I mean, nothing's impossible.
Oh,
I'll tell you what's impossible. Skiing through a revolving door.
We could go on and on and on.
Well, however, I just telling you, I just really, I mean, it's one thing to give up 2 or 3 goals and then mount some kind of a comeback.
Nielsen trying to find the trailer, picked off, and now Kelly has a breakaway. Kelly all alone for the Raiders, scores, and it's 6-0.
There's a play with Vancouver trailing by 5. They get that puck in the offensive zone over the blue line. They activate their defense, cheat a little bit, and wouldn't you know it, that great checking that we've talked about allows this Prince Albert team to pick that puck off, and away goes Parker Kelly. There were 2 of them. He could have had a cup of coffee on this. Puck sat down really nice and flat for him. Sometimes you don't get quite the luck with that puck a little bit on a roll. It was perfect. It's 6-0 Prince Albert. I don't know if I ever would have expected this in any playoff game I've ever been involved in.
Justin Sortif to the left. Roman fires a shot. Scott makes the save. Left wing side, puck cleared out to center, Hines. Left wing to Byram. Shot in deep. Sortif to the wall for Kosh. Now to Roman. To the point. Hines to Roman in the slot. Weaves, makes a guy miss. To the right. Byram a drive. Scott the save. No rebound. He hangs on.
Well, you know, that's impressive. Obviously, if you're scouting and you're coming to see anybody you can, but you're very much interested in what Bowen Byram can do. Even in a tough checking situation, Roman's going to get him the puck. Roman's a weaver. He's going to weave through traffic. And, you know, again, this is the thing about Bowen Byram. He shows up in the offensive zone like a stealth. Sometimes you lose track of him, and he finds those soft spots. He took a nice pass from Roman. Good. I mean, really the best scoring chance for Vancouver in the period.
2:40 to go in this first period. The Prince Albert Raiders lead the Giants 6-0. Dumitru trying to jam it in front. A penalty is coming up for the Raiders. The Raiders have had 4 power plays in a period. The Giants are about to get their first.
Well, they do get the defense, and we talked about this as being one of the keys, Dan, one of your keys. You know, you got to get pucks deep in behind the goal line. You got to get the defense facing the back wall for the Prince Albert Raiders. They do that. They try to go on the forecheck, and, you know, there's a trip there by Sepago on a Vancouver Giant. Something to build off. Small right now. Massive, massive hole. You know, the thing about holes, you don't want to shovel it. Keep digging. You got to stop it sometime. Well, let's see if a small step back, a power play, gives something positive out of this period.
White spot power play number 1 for the Giants. They win the draw. Valenti to Byram to Dylan Plouffe. Plouffe to Byram. Byram, Valenti. Valenti to Byram. Byram has a look from the point, kicks to Plouffe. Plouffe to Bowen Byram. Back to Plouffe. Plouffe to the right side, Kosh. Kosh try to pass. What a play by Pahal to get in the way. Down goes Dumitru along the wall, bumped down by Pahal. Byram pinching. Trying to angle the puck away from Montgomery. Byram takes a bump behind the net. Dumitru has Valenti, sneaks in, and a shot up high and out of play. That was on a tee for Yannick Valenti, and he just fired it over the net. It deflects off the glass and out of play.
Well, the best shooter on this Vancouver Giant team, and, you know, he's gotten better and better every game, certainly in the playoffs. You know, they had everybody facing the back wall. That was important, and that allowed Valenti to get into a soft spot in front of the net. Good quick release. Nice pass from the back wall. Minute 46 left, period number 1. A minute 22 in the power play.
Sveikovsky, Watts, Roman, Buffero, Kanek-Liepert. Or Dumitru, rather. Giants win the draw. Kanek-Liepert from the point, kicks to Sveikovsky. Right circle, walks in, fakes, goes down low to Roman. He can't handle the pass. Pass to the point, out of the reach of Kanek-Liepert. The Giants clear it on themselves. A minute 25 to go in this nightmarish first period. Kanek-Liepert up the middle. To the left side, Roman. In the corner, Sveikovsky. Watts trying to dig it free. The Raiders just say, thank you very much, we'll take that.
Oh, they're strong on their stick, Dan.
Kelly, left side. Had the first goal of the period and the 6th goal of the period. Giants up the middle, Kanek-Liepert. Nice move to the left side, but he's checked off the puck. What a job by Pahal. Hanu across for Leeson. What a move! Tied up by Dumitru last second. Now Hayes, point blank. Blocker save by Trent Miner.
Everything Leeson does is big league to me.
Here's Byram bringing it back. 30 seconds to go in the period. Now Joseph nearly stripped Leeson. A shot on goal. Scott is there to make the save.
Yeah, you know, again, he's a threat every time he's on the ice. At least it appears to be. We're talking about number 20 Leeson, and, you know, the speed, the puck handling, the moves. He gets by people in a hurry. You know, again, we talked about him making the World Junior team for Team Canada, having 0 experience in the Hockey Canada program. And again, he just exhibits that. The goal that he scored, you know, that was a 3-0 goal, was huge. The power play goal that made it 5-0, he almost got his hat trick on that last play into the Vancouver zone.
24.3 seconds to go here in the period, in the first period. Holt, Hardy, Dumitru, faceoff goes to the Raiders. And knocked forward. Gregor by the D, it's a break, and he scores! Noah Gregor just won the race and roofs a backhander. Yeah, 7-0.
Yeah, that starts with a face-off in the Vancouver, in the Prince Albert zone. And, you know, I talk about the speed of Gregor, talking about the speed of Leeson. I mean, again, you get a team cheating a little bit, trying to make something happen offensively. Noah Gregor, so quick, so fast. I think the fastest skater in the league, to be honest with you. Puck never slows him down. Goes forehand, backhand, roof. And it's 7-0. Raiders.
Right side, Gregor on a backhand and another save made by Minor, and this period is going to come to an end.
Wow, I don't know what to tell you, folks. This is almost indescribable.
Raiders 7, Giants nothing. We've played one period of Game 3. And we're back here at the LEC. Game number 3 of this WHL Championship Series presented by Rogers. Giants going right to left on your radio dial and your webcast screen here in this second period, trailing the Prince Albert Raiders by a 7-0 score. Giants are going to get called for an offside here. Second period face-off presented by Avenue Machinery, your number 1 award-winning Kubota dealer in Western Canada. Second period of White Spot Giants hockey presented, as always, by C&D Logistics.
Vancouver Giants have put David Tendick back in net. Start of the game.
David Tendick was removed from the net at the 2:27 mark of period number 2, or of number 1 rather. And he'll be back in for this period. Shot in deep by the Giants. Icing called against them. The line so far for the Giants: David Tendick 2 for 4. Trent Minor 9 of 14. Ian Scott is 8 for 8.
David Tendick hasn't lost 2 games in a row in his last 26 games played. Well, he's gone back in, and you know his job right now is to, if for no other reason, hold the fort, give the best playoff performance he can here in the next 40 minutes.
Justin Sordiff centered. Scott the save. Buffero from the right point. A low shot. Tipped just wide. Sordiff in the corner, trying to get it to the front of the net. You got to think the name of the game for the Giants is going to be urgency, as Leeson trying to carry wide on Plouffe. Leeson just going to backhand it deep. Tendick settles it down. Protas bumps his man. Puck cleared out to center by the Giants. Great play by Zach Hayes as he knocks it forward. And now Leeson along the wall. Took a check. Got the puck down low to the right wing wall. Picked off by Seth Buffero. And he'll weave to the outside against Fonstad. Plouffe up the middle. Pass knocked down by Joseph. Joseph run into by Pahal. Fans clamor for interference. They're not going to get it. Right side. Trying to clear it is Weisblatt. To the right wing point we go. Bullet from the circle. Stopped by Scott. Rebound clear to the right wing wall. Gregor behind the net will clear it around the wall. Hines going to keep it in. Fonstad left wing wall. The Estevan Saskatchewan native will chip it over the Yorkton Saskatchewan native and out to center. Dallas Hines. Left wing side. Puck will get sent in deep. Masella to the right wing wall. And now Dante Hanu. Knocked down by Dimitru. And now Hardy trying to get to the loose puck first. He'll drop it. Down goes Hardy in the corner. There's a penalty coming up to the Raiders. Now in the right circle. Kanik Leipert pinching. Right wing circle. Back to the point for Roman. Milos Roman going to walk the line. Right side. Shot wide. Jared Dimitru behind the net for Hardy. Hardy to Bowen Byram. Right circle. Byram walking the line. Left it nicely. Roman in the slot. Right side. Dawson Holt on his forehand, couldn't jiggle or couldn't handle the pass. Now out to center it goes. Byram will go back for it. The Raiders scored a goal with 6 attackers. The Giants will not as Stackbauer steals from Byram. And the second Giants power play of the game is upcoming.
Yeah, and it was a Hardy Dimitru Holt line that, started to get something going in the offensive zone. I think they ended up making a quick line change, and Joseph got on the ice, and when the crowd called for a penalty, there was none. He went to work, kept that puck in the offensive zone, and that's where the penalty took place. But Hardy on a great forecheck, and I love the way Dawson Holt corralled that puck after it was put up against the boards. That's the way you want a forecheck. You want a forecheck with that puck support, get that puck deep, and try to make something happen. Vancouver in the power play. Face off to the left of Ian Scott.
Face off win. Raiders cleared around the wall, not out, kept in by Plouffe. Now to Byram. Byram right circle, Joseph. Joseph to the right circle, Plouffe. At the point across for Valenti. Now to Byram. High shot, stop in front, blocked by the Raiders. Sapego to the wall. Leeson stripped of the puck along the wall by Kosh. And now trying to jam it free along the boards. Joseph behind the net. To Kosh. To the point for Byram. Byram to Plouffe. Plouffe to Byram. Byram across Valenti. Trying to go in the middle for Kosh. Comes free. Valenti. High shot. Tipped to the side. Scott got to his left and made a wonderful save. And he covers it up. That is remarkable tracking by Ian Scott, moving to his left to make that save.
Yeah, and I'm really impressed with the amount of opportunities Valenti, number 20, gets. He gets a chance. The puck is deflected on the way to the net. You're right. Scott tracks it all the way to the net. Was that Jaden Joseph down on the ice trying to jam it in? And we know one thing about Joseph. He scores a lot of his, or does a lot of his damage in around the paint area.
Face-off win by the Raiders. They'll send it down the ice as we approach the 5-minute mark here of the second period. 7-0, the Prince Albert Raiders lead this game. Kanik Leipert. Up the middle, off the Raiders stick. Roman going to win the race. To the right wing, Sveikovsky. Left side, Roman. Left point, Dimitru. To Kanik Leipert. To Sveikovsky. Right circle, he'll stop, he'll wait, he'll go down low. Dimitru, Sveikovsky, right circle, waits, goes down low, cutting to the net. In close on a backhand, turned away. Kept in now by Kanik Leipert. Goes to the left, Dimitru, to the right, Sveikovsky, fakes. Kanik Leipert, a drive, wide. Settled down by Dimitru. Down low, sort of. Cutting to the left circle, sort of, with it. Up high, blocker saved by Scott. Behind the net, sort of, going to dig it free. Back to the point. Sveikovsky to the right. With it. Kanik Leipert. Sveikovsky, low shot. Scott the save. And the rebound is cleared away.
Terrific shift by Lucas Sveikovsky, who comes into tonight's game. 4th Western Hockey League rookie scoring.
Bowen Byram weaving through. Red line. Blue line. Dishes to the right. Trying to center it. It's going to deflect out of play, and the Raiders' penalty kill is 2 for 2 on the night.
Yeah, 5-0 shots this period for Vancouver. All of them on that particular power play, at least most of them. That's a little momentum generated. 4,733 people in the building here tonight. Really desperately hoping to see some offense from this Vancouver Giant team, even though it's a 7-0 hole that they're in. Face off to the left side of Ian Scott.
Face-off control by the Giants. Now a one-timer blocked in front. Comes free. Kosh tried to weave. Picked off by Fonstad, and the puck is clear down the ice. Buffaro along the wall. Freed to Gregor. In the slot. His shot directed off a few skates. Now back to the point. Pahal. Picked off and now cleared forward. Left wing side. Crossing in. Left wing side. Fonstad shot blocked by the Giants. Braden Pahal in the middle to Gregor. Gregor going to weave wide left side. Shot blocked. Back to the left wing side. And Buffaro to the right for Holt. Forward for Hardy. Now a pass to the right for Kosh. Kosh makes a guy miss. To Hardy, right side. Gregor, defending him, came away with it. And now he'll send it the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, Noah Gregor, you remember him from the playoffs last year against Vancouver, that 7-game series. He was a member of the Victoria Royals. 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points for Gregor in that 7-game series. Did he not score the overtime goal
in Game 6 to save the Royals' season in this building? A shot from about the left wing circle. Yeah, after the Giants had about 2 minutes sustained pressure in the offensive zone in overtime.
Yeah, came up the ice speeding through that neutral ice area, if I'm not mistaken.
Matthew Phillips, a little bit of a dish. And it was back to Victoria for Game 7. And Gregor now has a goal in all 3 games of this series. 10 of them now in the playoffs. After 43 during the regular season for Noah Gregor.
Yeah, he was once labeled a can't-miss prospect. Even, with Moose Jaw, even with Braden Point and Brett Howden on that team.
And now along the wall, inside the Raiders zone, the Giants try to free it. Knocked free by Moe, and now the Raiders are away. Brook knocked down by Caleb Bullich. And that'll get the fans excited as Nielsen charges in after it. Puck goes to the left wing wall. Dug free by the Raiders. And cleared up the wall. 12:30 to play here in the second. 7-0 for the Raiders. Mechanic leaper to the left wing wall. And now up ahead. Nielsen, left wing side. All the way down the ice for an icing.
I guess, Dan, you knew the story about Ozzy Weisblatt's mom. She's deaf. 4 boys, developed sign language. She could communicate with the Weisblatt boys, on the ice while they were playing. And, when her relationship failed, she took on the budget of raising all 4 boys, and good for her.
Well, you've got Ozzy Weisblatt, Orca Weisblatt, and Oasis Weisblatt, who was selected in the 2019 WHL Bantam Draft. Medicine Hat Tigers, if I'm not mistaken, in the first round.
Yeah, Ozzy here is a 16-year-old on this Prince Albert lineup, one of 3. Goulet, Brook, and Weisblatt, 16-year-olds for this Prince Albert team.
Weisblatt had a good year, over 40 points as a 16-year-old.
Wow, terrific.
On a stacked team, and now Roman upended by a Raider. Bringing it back across. Roman, left circle, tried to pass, lost it. Then they get it back. Plouffe pinching weakly towards the net, covered up by Ian Scott, and he'll hang on. And now Pahal and Holt push and shove in front of the net for a little bit.
This Vancouver Giant team in the playoffs, when following a loss, they're 3-0. As a matter of fact, Vancouver has not lost, get this folks, 2 in a row since Friday, January 4th. That is a stretch of 47 games. And if they're not going to make it 2 in a row, they've got to mount a 7-0 comeback in this one here tonight.
Behind the Raider net. The Raiders come away with the puck. And it's Weisblatt carrying it across. His pass forward to Gregor. Knocked off him. And the Giants skate back. Hardy and Byram. Chipped into the near or the far corner. Masella bumps with Byram. Puck goes to Fonstad. Picked off by the Giants. Back behind the net it goes to Owen Hardy. He's taken down by Masello along the wall. That'll be a penalty to the Raiders. Touched by Prince Albert. Giants are going to go to their third power play.
Well, you know, Jeremy Masello is one of those big guys. They've got it. This is a big team. It's a heavy team. I think it's a team that skates exceptionally well. He's 6'5", he's 216 pounds. He takes the penalty. And, you know, Vancouver did a nice job on the last power play. They generated some offense. And, you know, stick out first line of defense. Challenge the puck with your stick. And then when you don't get it, he pushes the man to the ice. And it's easy to do for a guy that big, and that's the penalty.
Face-off control by the Raiders and sent down the ice. White spot power play number 3 for the Giants. 10:40 to go here in the second period. Raiders on top, 7-0. Byram crossing the line, left side Kosh. Behind the net, hard around the boards. Plouffe going to get there first. A Giant taking down in front of the net. It's Byram. He's to his feet. Spinning away is Kosh along the right wing. To the front of the net for Joseph, just out of his reach. Valenti to Joseph. Back for Valenti. Left wing side to Plouffe. Dylan Plouffe. Valenti, left circle. In the slot, a shot blocked. Now Plouffe. To Bowen Byram. To the right, Kosh. Valenti, one-timer. Drilled it. Scott, the save. And no rebound as he held on.
You know, that's impressive what Yannick Valenti's doing. It took him a while to get into the lineup on a regular basis. Still not really that, but he's certainly getting power play time. He circles beautifully. He's in the face-off dot, then swings all the way around to the top of the blue line area. That's where they find him. This is a Vancouver Giant team that wants to get that puck to Valenti for that shot on goal. He did there and forced a nice save by Scott in the Prince Albert net.
Raiders control off the draw, and they will backhand it down the ice.
Dan, I got it 8-0 shots on goal this period for the Vancouver Giants, but they trail unbelievably 7-0.
Roman to the right wing. Trying to chip it in deep along the wall. Picked off by the Raiders and sent down the ice up the middle. Canuck Liepert in his own zone. Up the middle to Roman. Roman drops. Canuck Liepert to the right side. Now to the left point for Dimitru. Down low to Watts. Can't hang on. Thrown to the wall by the Raiders. Knocked down by Dimitru. To the right wing now. Canuck Liepert. In the middle. Roman. High shot over the net. That might have went off the crossbar and out of play.
Boy, they find Roman this time. This is one thing Vancouver's done pretty well in this power play, is get that puck to somebody that's in a quiet spot, in a spot that can release it. Good job of moving it around the offensive zone and getting it, to Roman. He's in traffic, and there's absolutely no way that Roman had time there to take that stick back and do anything but a wrist shot. Had he taken it back, it would have been knocked off his stick in a heartbeat, got the wrister away, deflected out of play into the netting.
Plouffe at the left point. High shot through, it tipped wide. Kelly takes a bump, but he made the play and he clears it. And the Giants are 0 for 3. Back comes Sordiff up the middle. Low shot, stick save made by Scott. Left wing corner now inside the Raider zone. Kelly behind his net. Behind the goal. Freed by the Raiders and backhanded to center ice. 8:30 to go, second period. 7-0 Prince Albert. Plouffe. Left wing, Nielsen. Hard shot around the boards to the right wing side. And another penalty is coming up here to the Raiders. When we come back, the Giants are going to go to their fourth power play. Full shot on goal in this period. The Vancouver Giants have considerably more.
They've got 8-0 shots on goal for Vancouver.
So 8 shots for the Giants in the first period. 8 shots already here in the second. Raiders, though, win the draw. They send it down the ice.
Well, you do know that when you got a 7-0 lead, you're going to, I don't want to say take your foot off the gas, but you're going to really pay a lot of attention to detail, the little things, to make sure that you don't do anything, get this Vancouver Giant team any kind of life. Not that 7-0, is, I mean, you need more than life, let's be honest. But it's a team that focused tremendously on the details and scored in the first period.
Dylan Plouffe at the left point keeps it in. Bowen Byram at the right wing circle holds on. Byram going to walk to the middle of the point. Lets a wrist shot go. That just went wide. Plouffe to Byram at the left point. He'll try again. He fired wide this time to the stick side. And Dante Hanoun on a backhand will get it out to center.
Yeah, that's Byram with a good quick wrister. And that time there was a bit of a slap shot. You don't see him wind up with that big slapper an awful lot from Byram.
Hayes is going to launch the puck down the ice. And now Dylan Plouffe will have to get started again. Plouffe up the middle. Right wing to Kosh. Left side, Bowen Byram. Byram towards the net. Backhand by Sveikovsky. Scott the save. He finds the rebound and he hangs on.
Nice play in tight. Not a lot of guys will make that play. Sveikovsky gets it. Quick forehand, quick backhand. Gets it on the net. Talked about him and his rookie scoring stats where he's at in the Western Hockey League. Protas number 1, Sveikovsky's number 4. That's pretty good for the 17-year-old. Still a lot of time left on this power play. 37 seconds. Good news. Bad news, 7-0. Even joined us late. Yep, 7-0 for the Raiders.
Held in at the left wing point by Jared Dimitru. Roman battling for it along the wall with Masella. Nielsen frees in the circle to Sveikovsky. His pass, right side. Canik-Liepert. Across he goes. Knocked down by the Raiders. Sveikovsky in the slot. Fakes. Has a look. What a pass! What a save! Milos Roman thought he had a gift, and Ian Scott, to his left, made his best save maybe of the series.
Yeah, Lucas Sveikovsky just having one heck of a period here. What a pass.
Canik-Liepert weaving through. Knocked down by Nielsen. Shot deep by Hayes as the Giants are now 0 for 4 on the power play. Turnover in front of the net, and Tendick makes his first save. And the puck is cleared. Here's Nielsen bringing it back down the right wing. He'll spin, he'll stop, he'll fire. Knocked down by the Raiders. Long pass for Fonstad. Behind him. He'll cut behind the net though, and he'll get there. Clear to the point. Picked off by Byram. And he'll knock it forward. Byram holds up. Looking for a trailer. Dimitru, low shot. Scott the save. Rebound. Jam free. And cleared up the wall by the Prince Albert Raiders.
Another nice play by Byram going in the offensive zone. Pulling up and throwing it back towards the blue line of the Prince Albert Raiders.
Ian Scott, to his credit, has been dialed in for the Raiders as the Giants ice the puck. 5:15 to go in the period.
It's the 5th year in a row as you see that pass from Sveikovsky. What a threaded pass. Beautiful. He's got that ability to find guys at the side of the net. And there's a Vancouver Giant tying up a defenseman right in front. And again, Ian Scott, I've said that twice, I think, in this series. His best save, I think, tonight in a 7-0 lead for the Prince Albert Raiders. But I was going to say, 5th year in a row, the WHL final as an East Division team then.
Now the left wing side, it's Hines. Behind the net for Hardy. Right wing now to Milos Roman. Roman to Sordoff along the wall. Left wing side, Moe. To the wall for Brook. Brook left circle back to Moe in front. He was tied up by Sordoff on the back check, and he took a penalty. They're going to get Sordoff, but he might have just saved 8-0.
Yeah, that's a pretty good attack by the fourth line. Spencer. Yeah, that's what it is. Spencer Moe, there's an attack. You want your fourth line getting on the ice in that situation, taking pucks to the net. And they not only do that, but they draw a penalty on the play. 19-19 shots on goal, sort of facing 2 minutes here. And you'll see this power play again by the Prince Albert Raiders.
Power play that is 2 for 4 on the night. And now controlled along the wall. The Raiders along the left wing try to jam it free. Montgomery trying to go to the point, picked off by Kosh. Shorthanded now, a pass forward for Dimitru. Sapego got in his way. The Raiders coming into this game on their man advantage were 2 for 8. Back to the point, Gregor in front of the net. Tendick made a nice save off Hanoun. And Fuller clears to the point, not out. Gregor to the outside. Hanoun will switch. Left circle, Leeson. Down low it goes. Holding on to it. Montgomery to Leeson. Leeson, high shot, scores.
Can this kid shoot?
Dante Hanoun was in front, and they're going to him. So he might have tipped that shot.
Regardless, Dan, that is some release. You know that when Leeson's got that puck, you got to get somebody to the front of the net because of the ability to shoot. He's a right-handed shot. He's got a lot of time, a lot of space. Good quick shot. I don't think Hanoun touched that at all.
That's Leeson's hat-trick goal.
It certainly is, and I'll tell you something. It's got a lot of zip on it. There's absolutely no way that the right-hand catching glove by Tendick could get up to get that puck as it whipped into that top corner. You see tonight, in this first period, Dan, you see why Brent Leeson, as a 19-year-old, is going to be a first-round draft pick in the National Hockey League. He's just got too many skills you cannot ignore.
I don't think Brent Leeson's back in the WHL next year.
Oh, no. No. You're absolutely right.
Back come the Raiders. So Kelly with 2, Leeson with 3, Weisblatt, Fonstad, and Gregor with the others. 8-0 Raiders, 3:15 to go here in the second period. And now Brook had his stick slash. That could have been a penalty. It wasn't. Hardy right circle down low. Looking for Hines in the middle. And now knocked free and down the ice by the Raiders. Long lead pass from Byram to Holt. At the line, Raiders knock it down. Cleared out to center by the Raiders. Bowen Byram goes back to get it. Across he goes. Byram, chipped forward. Backhanded to the left. Now the right wing side. Nielsen to the slot, weaving. Low shot, he's hooked up. Giants are going to go to a power play.
Yeah, but did you see all of that traffic, all of that garbage that Nielsen had to get through to even get that shot? A lot of pushing and shoving in the corner. I don't think much is going to happen out of this, Dan. But, you know, there were sticks, there were bodies. I mean, that's just the way they check. This is a remarkably well-coached defensive team. I know there's a lot of offense on the Raiders, but, you know, with that 4-0 win and an 8-0 lead here, that's 12 straight goals that Prince Albert has scored against this Vancouver Giant team, and he's not giving up anything. And Nielsen, I mean, there's sticks, there's bodies, there's everything. Finally, he gets dumped to the ice. That's where the penalty is. But, you know, is that a good penalty to take? I think a lot of coaches say it probably is. I wouldn't say it was a great scoring chance, but I'm going to tell you, Nielsen had all kinds of issues trying to get that shot away, and he's got a good shot.
2:19 to go in the period. It is 8-0 for the Prince Albert Raiders. Face-off win for the Giants. Bowen Byram slides to the left for Kosh. Byram, Kosh. Kosh to Byram. Low shot tipped over the goal by Roman. Sortif behind the net, trying to escape. Clear down the ice by the Raiders. It hits the referee, and listen to the crowd. Giants regroup in their own zone. With a $1:45 to go in the second period. An 8-0 lead for the Raiders. Shot the length of the ice by the Raiders once again.
Yeah, there certainly was a tsunami, a big tidal wave that first period that just rolled in here, dressed in green. And, boy, it's been an uphill battle since what, the 4:17 or maybe even sooner, the 2:27 mark of period number 1.
I'll say 41 seconds in.
I'll even say 41.
Watts in front for Byram, and there's Ian Scott sliding to his left with a heck of a save.
And again, this is what's so impressive. I'm glad for Bowen Byram to show guys like Scotty Bowman in the building what he can do in the offensive zone. He's going to take a Kosh pass. Again, what I say so often is, how do you not cover Byram? How does he get in the open like that? He takes that pass and cuts east-west right through the top of the crease area and is absolutely robbed by the goaltender Ian Scott.
52 seconds left in the minor penalty to Fonstad. This is the 5th power play for the Giants. Coming into this game, Bill, they were 8 of 17 on the man advantage with the Giants in this series. They are now 0 for their last 7 dating back to game 2. See what they can do here with 40 seconds left. Sveikovsky weaving, centered, off a skate, just about had Dimitru. Sveikovsky in front, Watts scores!
I'm telling you, Lucas Sveikovsky, it's 8-1 for Prince Albert, but it's hard-pressed to find a better puck handler and a better guy in the offensive zone than Lucas Sveikovsky. What a play he makes, handles that puck, goes one way, puts his stick into a spot where he can deliver a pass. If puck is kept alive by Dimitru, and Watts knows that if he can get a stick on the ice, he can get this pass from Sveikovsky, and really it's exactly what happened. And I don't think Scott had any idea that he could get over there quick enough to make that save on Watts.
Braden Watts with his 6th. And the Giants are on the board. And you're right, in a game where positives have been extremely tough to come by, it has been quite a second period offensively for Lucas Sveikovsky. Jared Dimitru setting it up. It's going to be a power play goal for the Giants.
Well, you heard the time, 19:08.
And so now, with 28.2 seconds left, that breaks up a goalless drought of
a lot.
Better part of 5, call it nearly 6 full periods for Ian Scott. No goals against in the 3rd period of game 1. That's almost a full 120 minutes without surrendering a goal for Ian Scott. And switching that up now, thanks to the Braden Watts goal. Prince Albert Raiders going to ice the puck here with 14.7 seconds left.
You take a look at the shots on goal, 13-3 this period. 13-3 for Vancouver. 3 Prince Albert shots. You think, wait a minute, they've had most of the play. I mean, it's just something that happens. This is a Raider team that took complete and utter control of the game after 20 minutes. And, as I said, taking care of the minor, finer, if you will, details. They've given up a power play goal. They've got 14 seconds left to get out of period number 2 with an 8-1 lead.
Along the left side boards, puck center to the front of the Giants' goal. That missed. Grab now behind the net. And a bit of pushing and shoving will not result in any fracas at the end of that period. And the 2 teams will skate into the tunnels. 40 minutes in the books. 8-1, the Vancouver Giants trail the Prince Albert Raiders here in Game 3 of the Rogers WHL Championship Series. We'll take a break. Welcome back here to the LEC. Third period underway. 8-1 the Raiders leading the Giants here in game number 3. Series tied 1-1. Raiders in the offensive zone. A weak shot towards the Giants goal. Blocked. And now into the near corner. Along the wall, into the slot. And now Hanoun. To the point. And now a shot. And if I've just heard correctly, it sounds like they've actually credited Dante Hanoun.
Yeah, they have, and you're absolutely right. That was what you kind of thought happened right off the get-go, right off the original call. From Leeson and Montgomery.
Well, I am just dialed in tonight.
Boy,
apparently.
are you ever.
Here come the Giants. In the slot, Roman weaves to the slot. His pass goes wide. So Leeson has been snubbed of his hat trick, temporarily anyway. I don't think he cares one single morsel about that fact, as his team here tonight has an 8-1 lead. Roman up the left wing. Raiders just clogging the middle, forcing the Giants back into their zone.
And they started that first period that way. That was what caught my eye, is how difficult it was to penetrate that zone.
The third period face-off presented by Avenue Machinery, your number one award-winning Kubota dealer for Western Canada. The third period of White Spot Giants hockey is presented by TELUS. And the Raiders send it in. Weisblatt behind the net, giving chase. Picked off by the Giants. Plouffe up the left wing. His pass way too far for Nielsen up the right wing side. That'll go for an icing on the Giants with 2:04 gone in the third period.
You know, Dan, the 54 wins the Raiders had this season, the last time they had 40, that they hit the 40-win plateau, was the 98-99 season. So, you can tell how many years it's been since this Prince Albert Raider team has been this good, has been this, strong. And they are an impressive group. And Vancouver's got to find something to build out of to go into the game tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, Game 4, 7 o'clock puck drop. Game 5, Friday night at 7:30. We will be right back here tomorrow night. And the good news in all of this is once this game ends, the score will mean virtually nothing. All that's going to mean anything is that 2-1 lead in the series for the Prince Albert Raiders. Behind the play, and now Tendick is bowled over. There's Nielsen behind the play, was tied up. And I think the referee is going to take a Raider for goalie interference.
That's looks exactly like a good call, Dan.
And trying to get a glimpse of who that is. Is that Marcella? No, it's Eric Pierce, number 23. Hasn't played a whole lot.
Well, that's always a question. Did Bullich drive him into the net, or, could he have stopped? I think in this kind of a game, 8-1 for Prince Albert, you got to make that call probably every time. Bullich a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play, but he took his man right to the front of the net area. Face off Prince Albert's own. And Giants on a power play.
Dylan Plouffe in the right circle. A shot and a blocker save. Kosh takes it through. And somehow Ian Scott made that save.
Again, Plouffe, such a good job of getting it on the net. Very impressed with his play from that left-hand top of the face-off circle. He gets it through it. I think it's Davis Kosh fighting for a rebound. You'll see in front of the net, there's a couple Giants. There's three of them, or two of them, rather. But, you get three Prince Albert Raiders, and usually you get the three defenders and the goalie are going to come up with that puck on the rebound more often than not.
Bowen Byram at the left wing point. Going to go to the outside. Giants knock it down. Joseph with it behind the net, looking in front, and the saucer pass for Valenti missed. This is the 6th white spot power play of the game for Vancouver. Bowen Byram to the right wing. Kosh carries down the right wing side of the wall. Leeson picked it off, clear to the line, not out. Byram up the slot. Wrist shot blocked by the Raiders. And Braden Pahal sends it down the ice. There's a few blue seats, Bill, but a majority of this crowd has gutted this one out, and they're still around. 3:30 into the third period. Left wing. Pass for Roman, missed him. Masella will backhand it back out to center ice. Right wing, Canuck Leaper. Picked off. Short-handed, Knackbauer breakaway. Left circle, walks in. Tendick, nice save with the blocker. One of his best saves of the game. Watts, left wing side, going to bring it in. Cleared out by the Raiders.
They do such a good job on the puck challenges to the Raiders, and that's what caused that partial breakaway. Knackbauer on Canuck Leaper.
Cleared the length of the ice by the by the Raiders rather, as the Giants have 10 more seconds left of power play time. Bullich up the right wing. Sveikovsky into the slot. Right wing side, sort of. Left wing to Sveikovsky. Back to the point, Hines. Wrist shot wide, tipped off a body, glove down by Ian Scott. Bill, it might be a bit of a moot point in an 8-1 game, but Lucas Sveikovsky, best Giant tonight?
No doubt in my mind. No question. I mean, he's done more with the puck. I think he's passed it. If you kept track of completed passes, uncompleted passes, he'd be probably at the top of the list of the way he's handled the puck tonight. Good call, Dan. I agree with you. He's impressed the heck out of me. But he has a lot of the season. I mean, the future for Lucas Sveikovsky is so extremely bright for me. And we talked about this once before. One of, Barclay Parnetta's first jobs in his mind after getting a coach and an assistant coach was signing Lucas Sveikovsky. That's what he thought of him.
Lucas Sveikovsky had been to the BCHL championship with the Wenatchee Wild, and about a month later signed with the Vancouver Giants. St. Louis has just defeated the Dallas Stars in double overtime. Patrick Maroon with the Game 7 goal for the Blues.
Well, I've heard that name many a time come playoff hockey in the NHL.
Ben Bishop had faced 60-plus shots in that game for the Dallas Stars. And Raja Shurgill's Blues advance. Left wing side back come the Raiders. Gregor into the circle. Low shot. Tendick the save. He dove across and stopped the rebound too. Tendick has made a couple of doozies here in the third. As we approach the 6-minute mark here in period 3, 8-1 Prince Albert.
You saw Noah Gregor speed off that left wing. That was a terrific pad save by David Tendick.
Gregor again. Blue line, red line, blue line, left wing feed, Fonstad. Wrist shot, Tendick got a stick on it. And out of play it goes.
It's always so nice when you see a guy that's got speed, can handle that puck. Almost poetry in motion the way some guys are able to skate. Noah Gregor, one of the best skaters in the Western Hockey League. Certainly wonder what his situation is going to be next year, but he cruises over into that left face-off circle with a good quick release. Nice save by Tendick. And Tendick giving up 2 goals at 2:27 of period number 1 was when Miner went in. For Tendick to go back in, I got to believe Tendick will get the start tomorrow. So as much as anything else, Dan, you got to believe Tendick needs to have exactly the kind of period he's having.
Sveikovsky along the left wing. Going to send it behind the net. Roman trying to bump with his man. Kosh at his own line. Weaving through the middle, blue line. Weaving into the middle. Kosh backhands into the wall for Bowen Byram. Byram going to go to the outside. Holds on. To the point. Canuck Leaper can't hold it. Nearly lost it. Leeson now steals. Leeson just about got there ahead of Sveikovsky. Number 20 has been a force tonight for the Prince Albert Raiders. And now the Raiders are going to come back. Leeson with Montgomery. Pass in front of him. Montgomery on a backhand. Got it wide. And now a pass forward for Hardy. To the right wing, Dimitri. Got crossed up with the linesman. Checked off the puck. Cleared out to center ice. Pass into the middle. and the Raiders hang on. Left wing side. And knocked forward, Nakbar. Hines to his left. And out to center we go. Owen Hardy just going to flick it back into the Raiders' zone. 8 minutes gone here in the third period. 8-1 for the Raiders. Dante Hanu will flip it in on Tendick. He'll steer the rebound to the left. Hanoun is going to steal it back. Grabbed by the Giants. Watts will skate it out. He's got the Giants low in goal. It came late in the second. Bullich trying a return pass. Cleared up the left wing side, and now here come the Raiders again. Pierce off the left wing for Brook. Made a guy miss. Nielsen checked him, though. And the Giants get the puck back. Up the right wing. Watts to Nielsen. Back for Watts. Behind the net, in after it comes Roman. Backhanded up the ice and out to center ice. Buffero. Roman in the middle, Nielsen. Dragging it through, and Spencer Moe picks it off for the Raiders. Long feed ahead. Fonstad trying to go across for Weisblatt, and he will. Knocked down off the puck, Roman to center. In the middle, Sapego for Fonstad, back for Sapego. And knocked forward, Sveikovsky keeps it in. Right wing side, Roman. Down low. Trying to jam it forward is Kosh from behind the net. Here's Gregor flying up the ice. His pass broken up. Roman going to bring it back for Vancouver. Roman into the slot. 1-on-4. Look at the green sweaters converging on Milos Roman.
Good call, man. Skated. I mean, you can't go anywhere.
Shot into the Vancouver zone. Byram to the right for Buffero. A long feed ahead into the slot. They're going to say a hand pass, and that's going to blow play down with 10:02 to go.
You know what? This is a little bit of a bonus for this Prince Albert team is they're getting to play their fourth line.
Bingo.
You know, they've got Brook, they've got Moe, they've got Pierce, and for 3 games in 4 nights, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm sure it's going to be a much, much, much different Vancouver Giant team tomorrow. This is great for them to be able to use that fourth line, spell off some of the guys that are still going to be counted on an awful lot.
Meanwhile, here comes Brett Leeson. Looking in front for Montgomery. Picked off by Bowen Byram, who weaves away from Leeson. Byram now weaving away from Montgomery. Pass in front of him to Fuller. Looks like Fuller's taking a shift or two on defense. Now Sveikovsky. Left wing side, makes a guy miss along the left wing wall. Pass to Hardy, near side. Sharp angle shot. High and out of play, will go to break. 9:24 remaining here in period number 3. So after the game, we're going to hear from the Vancouver Giants and the Prince Albert Raiders. The post-game press conferences will both be streamed live from the banquet hall. So Vic Nazar, Bill Wilms for the post-game show. Vancouver Giants, assuming they stay on the wrong end of this score, are scheduled to go first. And it will be an interesting sight, to say the least, in that banquet hall after tonight's game. If you're just joining us here on Sportsnet 650, it is 8-1 for the Prince Albert Raiders. As the Vancouver Giants, after a 5-4 win in Game 1, trail this game 8-1 and are in jeopardy of being down 2-1 in this series. Dawson Holt for the Giants, trying to bring it in. He'll go wide. Left wing side, Brook. Puck cleared out to center, and now Moe trying to get after it, trying to cut in on Hardy. Moe denied by David Tendick, in close. And the net comes off its pegs. Full credit to David Tendick. Not the start to this game that he had in mind, but he has made some doozies in the third.
The last one right here, Spencer Moe, 5'6". I mean, down that left wing with speed. When you're on the, smaller side, if you will, 5'6", he is 168 pounds, so he's pretty solid. Takes that puck, goes down that left wing, cuts to the front of the net, and I think David Tendek did a nice job of not giving anything. Face off in his zone to his left.
Shot from the left point from Zach Hayes. Goes wide. Kept in by the Raiders along the right wing wall. Now cleared by the Giants. Here's Fuller. Trying to bring it wide. His wrist shot wide of the target. Hines. His shot. Scott the save. And did a good job to corral that rebound as big Landon Fuller was nearby. He would have had the rebound had it been there.
Yeah, penalty on the play. It looks like Fuller being called as he went to the front of the net. That goaltender interference. Big guy. You and I talked about Landon Fuller, a fair amount in Prince Albert. The fact that, at 6'4", whatever he is, close to 6'5", this guy can skate. He can play at this pace.
Landon Fuller is a locker room favorite. Drafted by the Tri-City Americans in round number 5 back in 2014. Played 16 games for the Americans last year. Played in the BCHL. And joined the Giants after going all the way to the BCHL final with the Vernon Vipers. Weird hop off the wall, and it did not go in. Ian Scott out of his head to play it. Giants are on the GNF financial penalty kill for a 6th time tonight as the Raiders are 4 for 5 on the power play. Dante Hanu, right circle. And he will weave to his left. His wrist shot, that beat Tendek. It went wide, though. The puck is in feet. Leeson couldn't find it. Backhanded the length of the ice.
The thing about Fuller, Ned, the one knock is he's 19. If he was 18, let me tell you, he'd be a prime prospect for next year.
Hanoun with Sapego to the circle. Leeson down low. Montgomery backdoor play. What a save by David Tendek off Gregor. Kept in by the Raiders. Right side at the circle. Gregor in front looking for the backdoor play to Leeson. Gregor, Sapego. Hanoun had trouble with the pass. Settles it down. Hanoun. His high shot goes wide. Back to the point. Sapego. To Gregor. Gregor shot ripped wide. And down the ice it goes. Dante Hanoun, Bill, now has the WHL playoff lead in scoring with 23 points. He's got 3 points in the game tonight. Bowen Byram had the lead with 22. There's never been a defenseman to lead the playoffs in scoring in the WHL. Behind the net, there's going to be a penalty coming up. I believe it's going to go to the Raiders for hooking.
Yeah, back to Hanoun for a minute. He's a Delta boy. He calls Delta home. I asked him in the press conference the other night in Prince Albert, why he has enjoyed so much success. I think it's close to 40 or 60 points now against the Vancouver Giants.
59 points in 53 games.
Incredible. I mean, he has had it's over 20% of his career points have been against his team. He said, well, he does get fired up playing for, playing against Vancouver, being a Delta boy, and I'll tell you what, can't take it away from him and his sides, and he's been so consistent. That's the most impressive thing for me. Year after year after year, right from his 17-year-old year where he got 26 goals, never, ever been under 25.
Right wing side, charging hard after it goes Bowen Byram. To the left wing side for Joseph. Now to the left point, Plouffe. Right point, Kosh. Another penalty coming up here to the Raiders. Kosh to Plouffe. As Bowen Byram is hunched over, making his way to the bench, and that is not a good sign. Bowen Byram is making his way to the bench very gingerly for the Vancouver Giants.
I look at Bernstein, Mike Bernstein, the trainer, immediately when that happens. And he's slowly walking over to Byram. Byram hunched over, went to the bench, turned around, the door was open, didn't even go back in, said, wait a minute, I can get on this power play. Hey, and you know what? I like that. You got to suck up some of those injuries, those hurts. I don't call them injuries. I call it hurt. Those kind of plays hurt.
He's a competitor. He wants to win. And certainly in a game with the Chicago Blackhawks in the house, the LA Kings in the house.
Yeah, and it's 5-on-3.
Giants on the man advantage once again. White spot power play. This is power play 6 and power play 7. Byram, right wing point. To Plouffe. To Byram down low. Byram is going to switch. And he'll walk up the middle. Byram fakes left side. One-timer scores. Yannick Valenti does it again.
You know, Byram, we just talked about him, thought about going off. He was hunched over, but he said, hey, it's a 5-on-3. I'm going back out there. As he does so often, he controls so much of the play, walks into the top of the slot area, fakes the shot. He's looking at the net. He never looks at Valenti until he puts the puck on his stick perfectly. Jaden Joseph in front of the net, creating a bit of a screen. But I'll tell you, I don't know if it was much of a screen as much as it was a Valenti bomb, and then for Yannick Valenti, so important for him. If Vancouver, wants to continue to have that look on the power play, that's impressive. Vancouver still 1:30 on the power play.
2 for 6 now on the power play are the Giants. Left point, Dylan Plouffe. Walking in, Valenti for Bowen Byram. Byram slides to the right for Plouffe. Plouffe for Bowen Byram. Byram up the middle. Goes to the left at the circle. Leaves for Valenti. Now to Plouffe. Valenti. Left side Byram. Byram to Valenti. Left circle. Fakes. Fires through a traffic. And stopped by Scott. Clear to the line and out. And now Leeson skates down the right wing side. Trying to spin away from a check. 4:20 to play in this one. As the play is whistled down, referee is going to take Byram off for a penalty here.
Play 4-on-4 for 45 seconds or less. Again, little things now are really important to build on. It's tough to get a lot of positive out of an 8-2 lead, but there's something you got to be able to take. You're probably going to forget most about tonight's game when you play again tomorrow. It's that old cliche, throw the video away, but there's still, you got to remember, coaches will remember a couple things that did work.
4:15 to go in game number 3. 4-on-4 here for 35 seconds, and then the Raiders are going to have a power play. Roman up ahead. The right wing side into the slot. Roman shot stopped by Scott. Now up the right wing. Shot in by Caden Gooley. The penalty to Masella is over. The Raiders are on the power play again. I've got the Raiders officially or unofficially 4 for 6 as they bring their way in. Wide of the net. To the left wing side, Bullich. Trying to free it for Kosh, not out. Fonstadt holds it in. Saucer pass to him at the left point. Sapego. Fonstadt to the left. Puck cleared out to center by the Giants. Kosh now shorthanded, cuts in, and a shot that's blocked by Sapego. Sergei Sapego limping, going to the bench as he tries to stay on Kosh. Tried to cut through him. Now Nielsen, left side, shorthanded. Stopped by Ian Scott, who hangs on.
Yeah, Davis Kosh, leads the attack into the offensive zone. That puck is stopped by, as you said, Sapego takes the shot certainly into the midsection. It looked like the rebound is off the Prince Albert player, is simply picked up by Nielsen. Good quick shot. Scott with a nice save. Short-handed chance. Face off Prince Albert zone. What do we got? 8-2, 2:41 left in period number 3.
Backing up are the Giants. They'll shoot it in deep. Game 4 tomorrow night, and it can't get here fast enough if you're the Vancouver Giants. Around the boards to the left side. Cleared out to center. And now Joseph 2-on-1 with Nielsen. Joseph, drag move, low shot, great save by Ian Scott. As Joseph looking for his 8th of the playoffs. Protas back for the Raiders in the circle. A shot deflected by Hines, up and over the glass, out of play.
I think it's important for Jaden Joseph to get going as far as chances are concerned and goals in this playoff. A great toe drag. And what I liked about Scott, he came right out of the net. That was so important for Scott to get to the top of the paint. Once he realized, that's just smart goaltending. Once he realized the toe drag, Dan, he knew that there was only going to be a shot. It was not going to be a pass. So he got right out of the net to cut down any angle that there was. That's just good, mentally tough goaltender. In an 8-2 game that you're leading.
Dawson Holt from the Giants into the left circle, trying to pass forward, and Zach Hayes defended it well. Puck free for Hardy. He fired it wide. Kept in by the Giants. Dimitri picked off the puck. And now cleared forward by Brook to Pierce. Pierce on the rush. Drop pass. Moe. Backhand in front of the net. Backhanded wide. Spencer Moe behind the net. Holds on. Back to the point for Gooley. Low shot redirected high and over the goal. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go here in game number 3. As the Raiders lead 8-2.
Last into the play in the third period. 1 minute.
And cleared forward by the Giants. Play is going to be whistled down by the official.
Well, you go to work again tomorrow night. You haven't got a lot of time to think about it. But Vancouver's going to have a much, much better start. You know, it's not a case tonight of Prince Albert Raiders taking this wonderful crowd here out of the game. They never let them into the game. There wasn't a whole lot to cheer for Vancouver, especially, you know, if you joined us late, you know, giving up the goals that they did. You know, at the 8:20 mark, it was 5-0 Prince Albert. And so, you know what, you just know at that point it's going to be a tough evening. It's going to be a long night. You want to get through it. Goaltender change, Tendick out, Minor in, Tendick back in. That all, like you said, doesn't mean nothing. It's simply one loss out of in the series.
And that's the mindset it's going to have to be for the Giants as they ice the puck.
Well, they know it. You know, game started at 7 o'clock, and, you know, they got to be reminded it didn't start at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, you were down. You know, what was it, 7-0 at that point? Unbelievable. First period, 7-0 Prince Albert lead. You know, if we've ever seen that. I can't recall any playoff series that I've ever done, and that includes all of the first, second, third round series, you know. With when we did with Shaw, I don't recall this. I don't recall a team having that kind of lead in the first period.
And now behind the play, some rough stuff. And here's where you've just got to watch out as Landon Fuller starts lurking. The officials caught that. And you don't want any suspensions. You don't want any dumb stuff ahead of the rematch tomorrow night.
Yeah, but you know, Dan, this is where the game is so massively changed. Massively. You're getting beat 8-2. You get an opportunity in the last, you know, maybe minute of a game. I don't want to say to settle scores, but to let go of your frustrations. If this is the way the game's going to be called, great. You got to have that discipline. To your point, exactly. Stick around for the next game for sure. But that is the most major change that I've seen in the last dozen years of hockey. So a face-off now upcoming.
to the left of David Tendick. Justin Sordiff given a 2-minute minor penalty. Fuller going to go after Mo. And time is going to wind down on this one. The Prince Albert Raiders tonight, in convincing fashion, have taken a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 series against the Vancouver Giants.
Yeah, and that's what it was. It was convincing, no question about that. It was methodical. It was structural. It was skillful. Put anything else you want to it. There's no other way to describe this, but it was a massively impressive Prince Albert Raider team tonight. This is what we came to really hear about all season long. You know, this was a Raider team that was just, 54-10, 2-2 in the regular season. Not sure where they ended up in the CHL final standing, top 10. I think they were probably had to be the top 2 or 3.
Number 2. Yeah.
Number 2, there you go. And they showed tonight why.
There's a lot of pride in that Vancouver Giants locker room, and I guarantee you we will see a better effort tomorrow night.